Seattle, AP, Democrats won a second key House race in Washington state Saturday, an open seat in a conservative region that long evaded the party. Marie Gluesenkamp-Perez, an auto shop owner who describes herself as an independent-minded Democrat, pulled off a victory against Joe Kent, a far-right, America First, ex-Green Beret who was endorsed by former President Donald Trump, in Southwest Washington's 3rd Congressional District. Combined with Representative Kim Schreier's re-election to what Democrats feared was a vulnerable seat, Gluesenkamp-Perez's victory helped buoy party hopes of keeping a majority in the House. "I am humbled and honored by the vote of confidence the people of Southwest Washington have put in me and my campaign," Gluesenkamp-Perez said in a statement. The 3rd District, which narrowly voted for Trump in 2020, had been represented for more than a decade by Republican Representative Jamie Herrera Butler. But she failed to make it through the state's top 2 primary after angering conservatives with her vote to impeach Trump following the attack on the U.S. Capitol by his supporters. Schreier survived a challenge from Republican Matt Larkin to win a 3rd term in the 8th District, which stretches from Seattle's wealthy eastern exurbs across the Cascade Mountains to the orchard country of central Washington. Schreier, a pediatrician, in 2018 became the first Democrat to win the seat since its creation in the early 1980s. "I don't know which party will control Congress, but it's races like mine, the ones that are sitting on a razor's edge, that flip one way or another," Schreier told the Associated Press. "If more of them flip in this direction, that may mean we have the majority and set the agenda." By flipping the 3rd District, which Democrats had not held since former Representative Brian Baird retired in 2010, the party will now have 8 of Washington's 10 congressional seats. Herrera Butler won 22% of the vote in the primary, and how her voters split between Gluesenkamp-Perez and Kent may have been the deciding factor in the race. Gluesenkamp-Perez, who co-owns an auto shop with her husband just across the Columbia River in Portland, Oregon, said that as a small business owner who lives in a rural part of the district, she was more in line with voters than Kent, who repeatedly had to explain his connections to right-wing extremists. Gluesenkamp-Perez supports abortion access and policies to counter climate change, but also described herself as a gun owner who opposes an assault rifle ban, though she does support raising the age of purchase for such guns to 21. She wouldn't be a typical Democrat in Congress, she said. Kent, a former Green Beret who is a regular on conservative cable and podcasts, has called for the impeachment of President Joe Biden and an investigation into the 2020 election. He's also railed against COVID-19 shutdowns and vaccine mandates and has called to defund the FBI after the search on Trump's Mar-a-Lago home for classified documents. In the 8th District, Schreier stressed results she's achieved, including helping to secure money for road projects, rural broadband access and police body cameras. She also emphasized that as the only female doctor in Congress who supports abortion rights, she's a bulwark against any GOP efforts to restrict abortion nationally following the U.S. Supreme Court's decision to overturn Roe v. Wade. She called Larkin's opposition to abortion rights Larkin is a lawyer and former Washington Attorney General candidate who works for his family's company, which makes parts for water pipes. Unlike more extreme Republican candidates, Larkin says Biden was legitimately elected, though he also notes that many people disagree and are frustrated about it. He hammered Schreier on inflation, gas prices and crime, saying Democrats' policies have aggravated all three. On follow apps coverage of the elections at https://apnews.com/hub/2022-midterm-elections. Check out https://apnews.com/hub/explaining-the-elections to learn more about the issues and factors at play in the 2022 midterm elections.